You're born in 1728 in the quiet French town of Tonnerre, crying your way into a world that thinks it already knows what you are. The midwife lifts you to the candlelight, glances at your face, then between your legs, and declares, a boy. Not science, just confidence. Your parents accept it instantly. They swaddle you, attach a name long enough to require its own luggage. Charles Geneviève, Louis Auguste, André Timothée D'Eon de Beaumont, and file you under son, heir, future respectable man. Congratulations, you've been miscast before you learn to speak. Your father needs a male heir, your mother needs you not to die. You survive smallpox, dirty water, and 18th century medicine, which is already a miracle. You're supposed to grow into a sturdy provincial boy, but instead, you grow into a soft-faced, sharp-minded contradiction. You read early. Latin sticks to your brain like burrs. You argue with priests at 8, beat older boys at fencing by 10. They call you clever from afar and pretty when they think you can't hear. Your cheekbones are literally illegal. You try walking like the other boys, heavy and sure, but your steps stay light and precise, as if you're dancing on cracks only you can see. People notice, but you're the heir, so no one speaks the thought aloud. Not yet. At 15, you're sent to Paris to become the man everyone insists you are. Paris shrugs. You enter the Collège Mazarin, a maze of stone, ink, and pompous boys in wigs. You study law, civil, canon, every rule except the one governing the strange unease under your own ribs. You fence nightly until your hands blister. Students admire you. Teachers resent you. Whispers follow. That D'Eon boy, sharp as a dagger, pretty as a girl who wandered into the wrong dormitory. At 21, you graduate and fall into royal administration, rooms that smell like old paper and older men. Your reports climb the bureaucratic ladder until they land on the desk of Louis XV. He notices your mind, your sword arm, and how wonderfully unusual you are. Perfect for his secret spy ring, the secret du roi, espionage running behind his own government's back. One day you're drafting memos. The next, you're told to pack light, speak little, and vanish on missions the crown will never acknowledge. Your first major assignment sends you to Russia. Officially a junior diplomat, unofficially a spy. There's a problem. Certain routes are safer for women. Men in uniform attract guards. Ladies attract gossip. You look in the mirror, at the slight build, the soft jaw, and make a choice. You put on a dress. The corset bites, powder dusts your cheeks. Your lashes lower, your posture adjusts. Your name becomes Leah de Beaumont. You step out in silk, guards wave you through. Women smile, men bow. Doors open that your uniform would have slammed shut. Every click of your heel says, the costume was wrong, not you. At the Russian court, you refine the craft. You dance, you laugh lightly, you listen deeply. You gather intelligence between compliments on embroidery. You flirt strategically. You become the pretty foreign lady who is always in the right place at the right moment. Behind the fan, your mind stays sharp as a blade. Then Europe erupts into the 7 Years' War. Satin goes back in the trunk. Steel comes out. You ride with dragoons, mud sucking at your boots, cannon fire ringing in your skull. Pain makes sense. Orders make sense. Your reflection never does. Officers pin medals to the same chest that once fit perfectly into a bodice. They never suspect. After the war, France needs peace. You're sent to London to help negotiate the Treaty of Paris. You navigate English arrogance, broker deals, salvage dignity. For your service, you receive the Order of St. Louis, red ribbon, shiny cross, new title, Chevalier D'Eon, knight, hero, paradox. You remain in London as chargé d'affaires. You host dinners, write dispatches, fence with officers who underestimate you, and win. Rumors follow. Too delicate, too graceful, too ambiguous. Some whisper woman, others hermaphrodite, others something in between. Then the Comte de Guerchy arrives as the new ambassador. One look at you, and he decides he hates your existence. Maybe you're too competent. Maybe the English like you more. Maybe he simply resents that you move through the world with the effortless elegance he cannot fake. He tries to shove you aside. You respond by publishing documents exposing his incompetence. London laughs, Guerchy fumes. He sues you. You ignore him. Britain declares you an outlaw. France considers silencing you. You disappear with a trunk of secret letters that could incinerate half the French government. Now London is obsessed with a brand new question. What are you? Pamphlets depict you half in uniform, half in gown. The stock exchange literally opens bets on your sex. Men gamble fortunes on your anatomy. Doctors offer to examine you. You refuse. Your body is not their experiment. Louis XV dies. The secret du roi collapses. The new king, Louis XVI, inherits a kingdom in debt and a D'Eon-shaped problem. They send Caron de Beaumarchais, playwright, charmer, fixer, to negotiate. You meet him in a cramped room smelling of ink. He wants the letters. You demand money, safety, and something no one has ever granted you: official recognition of the gender you claim. You tell him you are, in truth, a woman, raised as a boy for inheritance, forced into uniform by circumstance. The story is neat, convenient, plausible. Versailles accepts. A royal document declares you female. You are now legally a woman with conditions. You must dress as one publicly. They even fund your wardrobe. Silk, stays, petticoats. The state paying to rewrite your flesh into their idea of femininity. London explodes. Markets destabilize as bets on your gender become legally insoluble. A judge rules you female under English law just to settle financial chaos. Capitalism, in its wisdom, affirms your womanhood. You return to France in gowns, hair piled high, still wearing your knight's cross. Versailles stares. Some laugh, some gawk, some applaud. You walk like a soldier in skirts, swear like a dragoon behind a fan, and complicate every neat binary the court depends on. They exile you to Tonnerre with the polite phrasing of rest in the countryside. You sit in old rooms, lace at your wrists, rage in your gut, watching a country inch toward revolution. When the revolution arrives, your royal pension dissolves. The new regime has no use for retired spies in heavy dresses. You return to England, where at least your name still draws curiosity. You perform public fencing demonstrations to survive, crowded halls thick with sweat, audiences laughing at the idea of a lady with a sword. Then you move. Steel flashes, skirts whip, and the laughter dies, until your body betrays you. A bad fall, a deep wound. Not fatal, just permanent. The one language your body always spoke, movement, abandons you. Debt piles up. You sell your books, your coats, your fine dresses. You end up in debtor's prison, a dungeon not softened by purpose but sharpened by poverty. Eventually, a widow, Mrs. Cole, takes you in. You live in a narrow London room that smells of boiled vegetables and damp cloth. You die at 81. A surgeon examines your body, eager to resolve the mystery men once bet fortunes on. He notes male anatomy, feminine curves, ambiguous markers. Even on a table, you defy their categories. You were, perhaps, the first French femboy history bothered to write down, not because of dresses or duels, but because you forced governments, armies, and empires to admit you were real in a way they could not categorize.